Hello everybody, Skin Deep Beauty Vlogger here. I hope you're all really well. Today it is time for another Empties video, and today's Empties is going to be all about skincare products that I finished up recently. As always, these are going to be in no particular order, so I'm just going to jump in and get started. There's just 10 products that I finished up recently. Actually there's 11 because there's one that's a repeat. But without further ado, I'm going to get started. It seems logical to talk first about a cleanser that I finished up. And if you watch my videos regularly, then you'll know that my preferred method of cleansing is an oil or balm. I like to use a cleansing oil in the mornings because I can just apply it to my dry skin, jump in the shower, rinse it off, really quick and effective. I'm not a morning person, so I don't want to be worrying about doing a full balm cleanse with a hot cloth cleanser, and I don't feel that I need to either, because whilst I do think it's important to cleanse in the morning, you know, you're still sort of regenerating skin cells, etc. You don't need to do as thorough a cleanse because, of course, I've taken my makeup off the night before. This is the Body Shop Chamomile Silky Cleansing Oil, really hyped up product, and I do think that it's deserving of the hype to an extent because it's a really nice, good wallet-friendly option if you're looking for a cleansing oil. It's mineral oil free. I've done a full review on my blog, so I'll link that for you below. I like that the packaging is transparent, but I did find that it had a bit of leakage. In fact, this is a bad product to choose to talk about first because it's sort of getting onto my hands, but it lives up to that silky cleansing oil name. It feels very silky and emollient on the skin, lends itself well to facial massage as any cleansing oil does, and it has a delicate scent as well. Really good if you're on a budget. This lasted me for a really long time. I like the pump dispenser as well. And if you like that, then it's also worth checking out the Chamomile Sumptuous Butter because that's a really good product too. I was naughty and finished up 2 packets of wipes, although one was just a travel size. This is, I think it had 7 wipes in it. Yes, 7 wipes. Simple wipes. These are really good. I can see why they're a UK bestseller. I like that they're alcohol free and yet they're sufficiently damp to remove your makeup as effectively as wipes are going to. Generally, I don't sort of recommend wipes, and I've done a full video all about why I dislike cleansing wipes, which I'll link below. But, you know, there are times when they come in handy, and this was a good, and being on holiday was a good example of that. I took these when I went camping as well. And I really like the Heaven by Deborah Mitchell Celebrity Skin Wipes. These are a really thick, good quality wipe, nice and saturated with the cleansing product as well, so it really does feel like you're actually removing your makeup as opposed to just moving it around your face. These are a little bit more expensive than your average wipes, but I did feel like they were quite good quality, and it is of course from the Facialist brand as well. They're free from things such as chlorine, parabens, etc. I would, as with the simple wipes, prefer if it wasn't the sticker fastening, if it had a clip just to help seal in the moisture a little bit better, because I don't use wipes on a daily basis, so they do tend to dry out if they don't have the clip. But I store them upside down, which helps with that. These were a little bit bulky, which is my only complaint, and would mean that I wouldn't take them travelling, which is when I would normally use wipes, but I think that's purely because the wipes themselves were quite thick cotton. I've done a full review of these on my blog, so I will link that below in case you'd like to read more. I finished up a couple of facial spritzers, so I'm going to talk about these together, I guess. I finished up the Caudalie Eau de Raisin, or Grape Water, which I liked because it had a very fine mist, so you didn't feel like you're sort of drenching your skin, but it was sufficient to add some hydration. But because it's a nice fine mist, it would work really well over makeup. Nice and controlled, I really like that. No discernible scent, but it's suitable for all skin types. And then another French brand. Look at this packaging, doesn't it feel fancy? This is the Institut Esthederm Eau Cellular Spray, cellular water. And it is patented technology. It helps to improve the skin's overall quality and vitality. Again, this was a nice fine mist, not quite as nice a mist as the Caudalie one, but really nice nonetheless. I felt like I went through this really quickly. It's 100 ml. I suppose I always feel like that to an extent with aerosols. The way that I use these sorts of facial spritzers, where they're very much like a water mist, is that I use my cleansing oil in the shower, as I said, then I jump out the shower, brush my teeth, and then by that time I want to add a little bit of hydration back into my skin before I apply my serum, so that's when I spritz these onto my skin. I tend to use something a little bit more indulgent on my desk. That would be something such as the Yerlique Balancing Rose Water Spritzer, where it's got that nice scent and the rose ingredient, or maybe something like the Rodial Dragon's Blood Hyaluronic, which has got that which is really supercharged for hydration. So these are really nice to use for the purpose that I use them in. I could equally just use like a spray bottle with water in, because I don't feel like I'm getting huge benefits from them. The reason I wouldn't repurchase this is because I didn't like the scent. To me, this is gross, but it smelled of wee. It felt like a nice product, but I certainly wouldn't repurchase it. The Caudalie I really preferred. I mentioned that I'd be talking about a bonus product, and that is the La Roche-Posay Rosaliac UV Legere. I'm not including this in my 10, so you've got an extra one, purely because if you watch my Empties videos, then there's usually one of these pretty much in every Empties video. I go through this really quickly because it's my day-to-day moisturiser of choice. I love this. I repurchase it time and time again. I just think it's fantastic. It works well under makeup, it's very soothing, doesn't break out my acne-prone skin, and it's also got the SPF protection as well. You can see I cut it open to get every last drop. It's a nice lightweight gel cream with a slight green tint when you squeeze it out, but that doesn't translate onto the skin at all. It's an anti-redness moisturiser. I don't suffer from rosacea, but I do have acne-prone skin, so this works really, really well for me. I love it. Something that I can't be without in my collection, so I have already repurchased that. I finished up the Nip and Fab Viper Venom Eye Fix, which is a really cute little product. I liked the application of this. It's a cooling rollerball, so really easy to apply and nice and hydrating around the eyes. If you wanted, you could even keep it in the fridge to really intensify that cooling sensation. This would be great if you suffer from puffiness, but to me, I wouldn't necessarily repurchase it. I liked it enough that I finished it up, and I felt like it lasted a really long time as well. But for me, I feel like I need something a little bit more hydrating, and I didn't notice any sort of visible results from using this. But it was certainly nice enough. Finished up 2 lip balms. This is the Maybelline Baby Lips, the Quenched one. Really cute packaging. I like that this had the SPF 20 sunscreen in, so just great for throwing onto the lips. It's clear, no colour. The scent was, I don't know, how would I describe that? Slightly fruity, but not anything discernible. It was fine. I quite like the Baby Lips. They're not super hydrating, so for example I would use something such as Lana Lips before bed, but I do like these to just keep on my desk and I can just reapply throughout the day as I go without looking, which is why I feel like I go through them fairly quickly. And I also quite like these when I'm doing my skincare routine in the morning, just to apply, just to prep my lips. Yeah, I'd possibly repurchase that. And then I finished up an EOS lip balm. I know, this is what they look like when they're empty. This was the Medicated Tangerine one, and I do like to have this on hand, particularly in the winter time, because I feel like it's really nice if your lips are very chapped or if you maybe have cold sores, because it's got that medication in. I wouldn't use it sort of on an everyday basis, because I've heard that it's not good to use medicated lip balms on a day-to-day basis. I don't know if that's because they're drying or what. I really liked this. I love the EOS lip balms because I love the application technique where it's got the sort of sphere of lip balm. So you can apply it to your lips. It doesn't feel greasy like ones in tubes can sometimes feel a bit sort of buttery and greasy. It doesn't sort of melt down or smush a bit up like some in sticks can, but it's a very similar formula to pot lip balm, but more hygienic in terms of the application because you're not dipping your finger into it. So I really like the EOS lip balms. This one I would apply all day long, but I really liked applying it before bed because I noticed that my lips still felt moisturised when I woke up. So I really like this. It's kind of a winter essential for me. I just wish that although you can get them in the UK, they're so expensive. They're like double the price, but in pounds to what they would be in dollars. So I think in the US they're like, I don't know, $3, whereas over here you're looking at £6, which is ridiculous. It's just because they're gimmicky. But yeah, I really liked this, and I liked the tangerine scent as well. Last but not least, I finished up 2 masks. I finished up the DHC Bio Cellulose Mask. This was just a one-use sheet mask. And although DHC make my all-time favourite cleanser, the DHC Deep Cleansing Oil, I wasn't a fan of this. Admittedly, I'm not the biggest fan of sheet masks anyway. I kind of prefer it if you just sort of put the product directly onto your face, old style, and let it get to work. So, I don't know, maybe I'm claustrophobic, I don't think I am, but I found the directions on this were quite difficult to follow. You had to leave it on your face for 20 minutes, which to me is quite a big commitment. I guess some people might like the me time, but I don't know. I just didn't love it. It hydrated my skin, but I didn't feel like it delivered any sort of amazing benefits either. I'll read a little description for you on the back because I'm probably being a bit negative. It said, hydrate and soothe with this luxury gel mask made of cellulose from fermented coconut water. This mask conforms closely to your face to maximise the delivery of its hydrating serum. Neem leaf soothes, shell ginger water conditions, and amino acids soften for a rejuvenated complexion. It was nice, but it just hydrated my skin basically. Nothing special, wouldn't repurchase. If you're going to get something from DHC, get the cleansing oil. A product that I would repurchase, and last but not least, is the Lush Love Lettuce Fresh Face Mask. Love this. This is not a dupe because I don't really necessarily believe in dupes for skincare, but it gives very, very similar results to Glam Glow. So if you're looking for an affordable alternative, then check this out. It's messy to use. It's a green clay-based mask, but it's actually quite a wet consistency. You apply to your face, it's got grains in it of polishing almond shells. So if you've got active breakouts or active acne, then this isn't necessarily going to be the best choice for you because it could take off the heads and spread bacteria, cause them to get infected and scar, etc. But if you just want to really leave your skin glowing, maybe get to work on blackheads, this is fantastic. I love it. What's more, it's got a nice lavender scent because it's got a lavender essential oil in it, so a really, really great mask. And once I've gathered up the collect 5 pots and you get a free face mask, I think this will probably be the one that I choose. Anyway, I hope that you've enjoyed this Empties. Do let me know if you've tried any of these products, or if you haven't, which ones appeal to you. I love reading your comments, so do make sure you do that. Give it a thumbs up if you enjoyed this, and if you like Empties videos in general. Subscribe if you haven't already, because I do film Empties fairly regularly. I hope you enjoy the rest of your day. Thank you so much for watching. Bye!